Welcome to the NASCAR IRWIN Tools Cup Series Season 2. This is the 11th race of this season, and we hit the Lone Star State here in Texas. And this is the final race here before the repave of this track, so it should be exciting. So we have obviously 37 cars taking on 10 laps, and this is big. This is the round of 8, and so 4 drivers will be eliminated after today's race. We will also decide the 4 drivers that are going to be a part of your championship 4, and it is going to be a very big race. Huge chase implications, especially for the guys who had a rough start last week. And so we are going to look at your starting lineup for the AAA Texas 500. Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski, 2 drivers that will probably have to win today's race to advance. Joey Logano, he just needs a consistent day. Matt Kenseth, he probably also needs to win. Carl Edwards, he's done pretty good at Texas. And Jimmie Johnson, who needs a consistent day as well. Kyle Busch, he is sitting good as well, along with Jimmie Johnson. Chase Elliott still looking for that first win. Kevin Harvick, and then Kurt Busch currently holds the final spot. He's going to need a good day to advance. Denny Hamlin and Austin Dillon. Not really much to say here on this page. We have Kyle Larson. He was very fast in practice. I wouldn't be surprised if he was up there. And Alex Bowman, who is making a start in the 88. Casey Kane, Jamie McMurray. Ganassi is starting to turn the tide, so we're going to see if Jamie McMurray can improve. We have Roush Fenway Racing teammates, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Trevor Bayne. Both of them building off a success. Ryan Blaney and Ryan Newman. The 2 of them are looking to improve upon their weak starting spots. AJ Allmendinger and Paul Menard, they are going to try to get their way up to the front of the pack. Tony Stewart, he's going to really need to step it up from his starting spot, and Danica Patrick as well. Chevy in their final races with Stuart Haas. Ty Dillon and Eric Almirola. Ty Dillon is getting ready to step into the 13. Greg Biffle, he is probably not going to race next season. And Clint Boyer, 2 more races in the 15. Chris Buescher and Casey Mears. Buescher, and he is the hometown boy here in Texas. Landon Castle and Regan Smith, the 2 of them looking to have good days today. They really need it. Michael McDowell in the 59, he will be in it for the remainder of the season. And Brian Scott, he's got 2 races left in his career. We have Brian Scott and David Reagan behind them. They will both be leaving BK Racing. And Jeffrey Earnhardt rounds out the field of 38. So now, your honorary starter for today's race is NASCAR Dude 101. He is going to lead the field. We're going to start this race. Green flag for the first lap here in the Lone Star State. Green flag is in the air. They head down into turn 1. Keselowski, Truex side by side. As you can see, they're flying down. Martin Truex Jr. has the edge down the back stretch. Austin Dillon trying to peek out in the back. As you can see, mostly they're 2 wide so far. Chase Elliott trying that outside line. Keselowski gets the run. He is going to clear Martin Truex Jr. Lap 2 out of 10. Keselowski right now is in the position to win, and he is going to need to hold off Martin Truex. And you can see they are now starting to fan out here as they're trying to get that outside working. Martin Truex Jr. has a long-run car. Brad Keselowski has a short-run car, so we're going to see if that comes into play. As Truex looks like he's closing. Lap 3 out of 10, Keselowski keeps a consistent lead. Then Truex, Logano, Matt Kenseth. So 3 of the top 4 spots are the guys that need to win this race to advance. As they're coming by, Martin Truex Jr. is going to get a run on the outside, and coming off of turn 4, they're beating and banging. And Martin Truex Jr. is going to take the lead. Lap 4 out of 10. And whoa, Menard, and he's in the wall. He's going to continue, no caution. We're going to watch this replay. Look at that. Menard into the wall. And he has a little bit of damage, but he does continue, it looks like. Lap 5 out of 10. Martin Truex Jr. is starting to pull away. And Logano and Keselowski now are side by side. And you can see now Martin Truex Jr. catches Paul Menard, who is going to make a pit stop after that repair. And Jimmie Johnson, whoa, Jimmie gets way loose. And we're watching that again. Look at that. Jimmie Johnson, great car control. He's going to lose a lot of spots, though, but he is not out of this race yet, and that is very good for him. As you can see, Martin Truex Jr. continues to dominate, as that's what these furniture racing cars do. You can see deep, and Ricky Stenhouse spins out. Caution is out, and this is going to set up for a 2-lap sprint to the finish. Let's watch this again. Stenhouse just spun out. He's going to continue. So big restart here. We're going to restart lap 9 out of 10. Green flag is back in the air. Matt Kenseth, and he's around the inside. Matt Kenseth takes the lead, and he's ahead of Martin Truex Jr. He knows he has to win to advance. Matt Kenseth now heads down into turn 3. Logano looking. He's going to try to go for the lead as well. They're 3 wide. Final lap here. Matt Kenseth, Truex, Logano, and they make contact. Joey Logano and them make contact, and Keselowski's going to have to try to get around him as they're side by side. They contact more, and Logano gets loose. Kenseth and Logano in the wall. Brad Keselowski comes out of nowhere, and he is going to advance to Homestead. Brad Keselowski wins a thrill. And Logano, it looks like, I'll lose to there's Kenseth and Truex. We're going to watch this again. Matt Kenseth gets a great restart up top, and then Logano gets a run. He makes contact with Truex and Kenseth. And in the end, Logano, I don't know if he just got loose. Look at this again. But gets loose, and they just crashed, I guess. And that's really not going to blow away. Logano just hooks it too much, gets into Truex and Kenseth. And you can see they are not very happy with Joey Logano. Truex and Kenseth both having some choice words for Joey Logano, as probably not very good words. But Brad Keselowski, he is going to do his burnout, and he is advancing to Homestead. A clutch win for Brad Keselowski. So congrats to the number 2 of Griffin Lynn. You are on to the Championship 4 and the hunt. Here's your results. Brad Keselowski wins. Kyle Larson, an impressive second. You can see a lot of the guys like Kyle Busch, Jimmie Johnson, the days they needed, they had, and you can see a lot of other drivers here. And then you can see second page, a lot of Kurt Busch, he was on the other page, a disappointing day for him. And Tony Stewart just never had it, really. He was pretty lucky to advance this far into it, and a lot of other drivers down here. And in the third page, big disappointment for Matt Kenseth and Martin Truex Jr., as they will not advance. So here are your final points, and your Championship 4 will be Jimmie Johnson, Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, and Brad Keselowski. So it's going to be an interesting fight to the end in Homestead, as we have our final 4 set. So, race number 12, the season finale, is at Homestead Miami Speedway, where we will crown the second ever champion, as Kyle Busch is going back to back while everyone else is chasing their first Irwin Tools Cup Series championship. It is going to be one fight to the finish, and it should be really exciting. But for today, congrats to Brad Keselowski, a winner here in Texas.